The history of table tennis. Table tennis, also called ping pong, ball game similar in principle to lawn tennis and played on a flat table divided into two equal courts by a net fixed across it with the middle. The object is to hit the ball so that it goes over the net and bounces on the opponent's half of the table in such a way that the opponent cannot reach it or turn it correctly. The lightweight hollow ball is propelled back and forth across the net by small rackets, bats or paddles held by the players. The game is popular all over the world. In most countries, it is very highly organized as a competitive sport, especially in Europe and Asia, particularly in China and Japan. The history of table tennis. The game was invented in England in the early days of the 20th century and was originally called ping pong. A trade name, the name table tennis was adopted in 1921 and 1922 when the Old Ping Pong Association, formed in 1902, was revived. The original association had broken up about 1905 through apparently the game continued to be played in parts of England outside London and by the 1920s was being played in many countries. Led by representatives of Germany, Hungary and England, the Federation International de Tennis Table was found in 1926. The founding members being England, Sweden, Hungary, India, Denmark, Germany, and Austria, and Wales. By the mid-1990s, more than 165 national associations were members. The first World Championship were held in London in 1926. From then until 1939, the game was dominated by players from Central Europe, the men's team event being won 9 times in Hungary and twice by Zibeloka in the mid-1950s. Asia emerged as a breeding ground of champions, and from the time, individual and team events for both men and women have been dominated athletes from China. The popularity of the game in China was notable for giving rise to so-called ping pong diplomacy, a period during the 1970s in which Cold War tension between China and the United States were eased via a series of highly publicized table tennis matches between athletes from the two countries. The first such event, held in Beijing in 1971, is widely credited with paving the way of U.S. President Richard Nixon's historic visit to China the following year. In 1980, the first World Cup was held and Go Yua of China won the $12,000 500 first prize. Table tennis became an Olympic sport in 1988 with single and double competition for men and women.